I am going to project my screen on the final presentation for the day, bat and cleanup. I want to thank everybody for joining us today and being part of this series that we've been doing on real estate direct lending, private debt. Um, you know, we have basically taken an event that we hosted twice a year, uh, once in New York, once in Florida, and we digitized it on March 26, 2020, and we hosted it every month with the exception of August. And so the 12th one is today, and I want to thank everybody for being a part of it. Um, so, with that said, today's presentation is using digital tools during, restricted times like we found ourselves in. So, the whole idea behind what we've built had nothing to do with the pandemic. It actually had to do with people being busy, people having families, people having work responsibilities, people not wanting to get on a plane and go through all the rigors of traveling. So we had a thought to make the educational component of alternative investments available to everyone, no matter where they are on the globe, so that they can access it from the device and at the time of their own choice. And that's how we started to build out this digital platform. So by the time, and we initially started doing events, like 1 hour webcasts, and then at the time of COVID in March of 2020, instead of having just a 1 hour webcast, we started to do 6 hours of live content, and we did it 2 consecutive days. And it was through that process that we were able to learn what people's preferences are, and how these online digital events are going to work. So, a little bit about FLAIA. Um, on 2/4/2021, we reached over 10,000 global investors. Today, as of March 18th, 2021, we're somewhere in the range of 12,000. We may be above it, maybe a little bit short, but that's about where we are today. Our investor base, it really spans everything from high net worth investors, um, family offices, endowments, foundations, pension funds, sovereign wealth funds. Um, we're not just focused on any one particular vertical. We have been agnostic since the inception, and we have a very strong belief here that the deal chooses the investor, not the marketing strategy. And so we've also been agnostic to type of investment manager, their structure, their length of track record, the amounts of assets that they have under management. And because we've been that way, we have a very diverse group of asset managers and a very diverse set of strategies, liquidity profiles. And, it's suited us well over the last 10 years. We've done over 250 live events. We have over 100 hours of digital content. Um, so the organizational structure is a 501c6. It's a nonprofit. It's started in 2007, and we've been building it through a systematic process. I've always been somebody who enjoys technology. That's me on the left-hand side. Um, and behind me is an Apple IIc computer. Uh, I'm in my uniform. I come from a real estate family. My grandfather started to buy single family homes in the 50s. And my job initially was to sweep floors. So I've been involved in all aspects of, real estate and property management. On the right hand side, that's me today, with my wife, my son, the former governor of the state of Florida. And in 1 minute, I'll show you exactly why it's important. So, left Providence, Rhode Island at 18 years old, came to the University of Miami, went to work for UBS after college. Didn't want to leave Florida, so I basically stuck around representing the firm for the family office community. Um, and then in 2006, I started a macroeconomic fund that catered to, shorting the housing market and the financial system. Um, so in 2007, we founded FLAIA, the great financial crisis, the global financial crisis started, um, the Great Recession, and we were hearing from our members that they wanted help with finding capital. So this story started in Florida, um, which is where our office is located, and it's where I've lived for the past 27 years. And our pension fund system, it never allocated to our community before, and it was part of it was a law that needed to be changed. So we sponsored a piece of legislation on how the Florida State Board of Administration allocated their assets, and it took 2.5 years. It was approved, and Governor Scott at the time signed it into legislation in June of 2012. It was through this process that we were able to attract like world-class asset management firms, and one of the groups that we attracted at the early on was MIT's investment management company. They joined our organization and asked us to help them meet investment managers. And with them, we worked with them to develop a process to collect information, organize the information, and then schedule one-on-one meetings with them. So we took over a couple of floors on the Four Seasons Hotel and did over 400 one-on-one meetings. And just the process for us, it was a very rewarding process for our members, but it wasn't something that we felt was our best use of our time and our talent. So we transitioned the platform over the years, and instead of it being a Florida story, um, we will always have a strong Florida presence because this is where I started my professional career and developed my network. But our organization today has members in all 50 states and a lot of the countries around the world. And it's because of technology that we've leveraged to help investors globally access alternative investment education and alternative investment opportunities, where we've been able to grow a global network. And as Jeremy likes to say, the value today is in the network. Um, Here's some of our members. We're grateful for each and every single one of you. I don't know if any of you are actually listening today. This is how the organization breaks down as far as classification. You can see here that 7% high net worth, and 20% are private equity, and 15% are family offices, and uh, 7 8% are registered investment advisors, and 9% are consultants. And we have a little sliver here of sovereign wealth funds. All right, we have direct lenders. So, and the organization has enough members where we're actually pretty deep when it comes to the how many investment managers we have in each of the buckets. So there's two things. One is our public website. And I'm sorry, I'm not looking away from the camera to be rude. I'm just trying to look at the where I'm typing. So if you look here, this is our public website, and we have educational webcasts that are 1 hour in length. We our educational content is everything from listed ETFs that are doing unique things through permanent capital structures and everything in between. Um, you know, Literally 3 year lockups, 5 year lockups, equity, debt, uh, limited partnership opportunities in hedge funds, limited partnership opportunities in crypto trading funds. And you can see here hard money lending opportunities. We have Fortune 100 companies. Here's today's event. So we offer digital events. We have a marketplace. Marketplace is basically taking um, various opportunities, digitizing them, putting them up inside the marketplace. Every time we have an event like we have today, we basically edit all the content, post the content on the site so that you can see it on demand. Um, you know, Here's an example of the last year of events. We don't only do real estate direct lending, private debt. We also have AI, blockchain, cryptocurrency. We have a global macroeconomic event that's similar to Davos in December. We have an event that has to do with LATAM and North American alternative investment managers. But if you go on to this site, FLAIA.org, and you click on any of these, the summaries and the recap videos will all pop up, and you can go and drill down into that. If you click on the marketplace, you'll be taken to our marketplace, and it's behind the firewall, so you have to log in. Everybody that goes into the marketplace has to be an accredited investor, so there's an accreditation process. There's 17 asset managers with over $100 billion of assets under management. So here we are. Jeremy built the site for us back in 2016, 2017. And we put a tremendous amount of time and effort into, continuing to increase um, the amount of functionality into the site. And last year we hit it especially hard because we didn't have a lot of distractions because of COVID. And we, a couple of weeks ago, relaunched the new site. So I just want to show you very briefly some of the tools that are on the new site and encourage you to speak to us about how you can use them. First off, the new site is events.flaia.org. Upcoming events listed right here. Past events. So here are the past events that we have on it. After this event today, in a couple of hours, we'll edit all the videos and we'll put the videos up on the landing page. And if you want to look at any of the videos, you can simply click and you can watch, any of the content that is posted, either from these previous events or from the event that we hosted today. So if you do not have a username and password, go on to the site and and create one. If you do, there's a little picture, or it'll be a stick person if you haven't uploaded a picture. And this is where you can manage your account from. You can go in here and change your personal details, right? You can go in here, update the stuff. You can create a speaker profile, put your bio in, your title, a phone number, answer some demographic questions. And then each of the companies will have a profile as well. And this is where you can edit your company profile. Um, you can assign users to your company profile. Um, you can modify or change speaker profiles. Um, and then one of the last things I want to show you today is the ability to host and create your own events on the platform. They have to be approved by us. Not you can't just go out and do whatever you want, but the functionality to host and create your own events is here. And this is a very interesting digital tool. I'm going to create a hotel event while I'm here with you. And this is a nice picture. This looks like a nice hotel vacation. And we're going to call this distressed hotel opportunities. All right. I'm going to choose a date. Choose the 25th. I don't think we have anything going on at that time. Put a time in there. It's going to be a webcast. Just going to do tests. Put some bullet points in there. Nice. And then I'm going to add some speaker profiles. These are really good speakers, by the way. This is going to be an excellent panel. And we just created a virtual event. And, this event is ready to be marketed. It's ready to be, to collect the registrations. And everything's like literally good to go. So what I just did for you in a couple of minutes, that used to take us pretty much like 3 full days. So we streamlined the entire process, and the platform that we have, it's built on Zoom, which is really nice, and it has all the automation with regards to the communication. And one of the things that makes this platform different is you can not only host webcasts, which Zoom is really good at, but you can host conferences. All right. And people can register for the parts of the conference that they, want to register for. And they don't have to be registered for the whole day of events. They can customize a schedule, and the computer will send them out messages at the appropriate times to remind them to, that the event's coming on. It'll send them calendar invites so that they can, book to their calendar all the appropriate, times to block out, and it'll give them the credentials to log into the specific sessions. So it's a very, very powerful, it's a very, very cool, it's a very, very unique tool. And in today's climate where we can't all just like jump on a plane and fly around and do whatever it is that we want, this tool made Zoom better. We actually built something that added functionality and features to an existing product, and made it an easier, more streamlined, cleaner, better designed process. And all the stuff inside of Zoom has been automated too, right? So you don't have to do anything inside of your Zoom account. All you have to do is go and present, and all these events were all automatically created. So if you haven't, updated your profile, I strongly suggest that you do. And when the event's approved inside of our platform, it'll have a listing here, um, which is another nice thing, because our site, it gets a tremendous amount of traffic. Um, I'm not sure exactly how much traffic we have in the past week, but I think it's a pretty substantial amount of traffic. And, this will give you just a little bit of understanding. So 159,000 people are seeing the site, which means you have a tremendous amount of opportunities to be, um, you know, discovered. And, you know, it's absolutely, a phenomenal tool that we all, spent a lot of time developing. And, we hope that you, the alternative investment community, the experts in your respective fields, use this tool to actually connect with and to, educate the prospective investors. So, with that said, we are pretty much out of time. I do have some questions um, that I can answer offline. But I do appreciate you all taking the time, and I want to thank our sustaining members: First Lien Capital, Sunstone Property Trust, Allagash Partners, Apex One Investment Partners, Boomerang Capital, S&P Global Market Intelligence, Nationwide, Off the Chain Capital, Robo Global, EMQQ, Sheridan Asset Management, Safe Harbor Equity, Encore Enterprises. Without your help and your support, none of this today or for the last year would have been possible. And I want to thank everybody who attended today or any of the sessions for showing up. We hope that you got the best out of it. Your comments, your feedback is important to us, so please do not forget to leave that. And that's it. This concludes our part 12, season 2. Part 1 is starting April 15th. We hope that you register. Thank you.